What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Elevator Life.
What's going on, guys?
Don't freak out that the computer's not here. We're just doing this one off the chest. No notes, just giving our knowledge.
Hope everyone had a good week. It's Friday here. We just actually got a new roommate.
Yeah.
You know? We had a fantastic week here, actually. We launched our first product, Enter China. Private community, really focused on generating discussions, generating data, generating and sharing a lot of business experience with people that are making moves here.
What a response, too. We're so happy to see so many people interested and so many different types of people. It's pretty exciting, the people who are going to be inside there working hard and making moves in China.
Really with that, with how much exposure that it's gotten, it's kind of pushed us forward. We're going to provide a lot more information in there than we do on here. So it should be exciting. Yeah. Today, actually, though, we want to talk about a question that we got yesterday on our Facebook page, and we've been asked in the past 2 interviews that we've had, partnerships. How do you find a good partner? What's your experience with working with partners? It's very difficult for a lot of entrepreneurs out there to find solid partners. So today we're going to talk about our experiences.
Yeah, Dan Andrews has a famous quote, at least in the entrepreneurial circles. It was a partnership.
Famous.
Partnership is a sinking ship is one of the things he says, just because sometimes it's very hard to find a partner you can run a business with. I mean, straightforward, to be as honest as possible. So we're going to cover strategic partnerships, general partnerships, and then partnerships here in China.
Okay. General partnerships. We're going to start off with general partnerships. That's very, very, I think, important for entrepreneurs. Yeah. A lot of people might tell you shy away from those, and we'll talk about that a little bit before. But for us, especially, having a partnership was extremely important. Yeah. Especially when you're going to an international developing country, because life there by itself can be extremely difficult. So having a partner, having an accountability partner, someone to push you forward, someone to really keep you there, keep you focused, is important.
Yeah, I think he said it perfectly. It's a support system. It's a great support system. Something to keep you sane while you're starting this new adventure. And as always, it's just always great to have someone bounce ideas off of. Moving from general partnerships, just jump into strategic partnerships.
No. First, so the question on the Facebook page was, how did we partner?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We actually got lucky. We've known each other since university, lived together for a long time, and decided to come to China together. But speaking more into search, he was asking how do you find a partner? Yeah. And we've seen a lot of people try and fail, and a lot of people try and succeed in beginning entrepreneurship, starting new partnerships. For me, you really got to get out there, get into forums like Enter China, like the Dynamite Circle, where you're going to find a lot more like-minded people. You're going to be constantly involved in discussions that are centered around the topic. A lot of those people are going to have the same characteristics you are. Yeah. So you really got to put yourself in cultures, in situations where you're going to be surrounded with people that are potentially partners. I mean, out in your social circles, you're probably not always surrounded with the best potential candidates as business partners, and that's where a lot of people fail, because they will choose partners usually out of their social circles. Yeah. And that's why a lot of times it doesn't work out, because their personality, their characteristics aren't on the same level. Their vision isn't the same. So getting into forums and in business masterminds where you're surrounded with people that are on the same wavelengths as you are, I think that's the best way to go about it.
A really good point you just made was about the social circle part. Is you'll see a lot of people, a lot of families, a lot of people, maybe do something with a family member, something with a best friend, and that just isn't the right strategy. I mean, you get along, and that's great, but once business gets involved, that brings in a whole new realm of potential problems that can arise, relationships that can be ruined. We've seen a lot of people experience it, so definitely be careful of that, and seeing who you can work with. It's definitely really important. Us being friends before, being able to take criticism. He knows my strengths, I know his strengths, his weaknesses, my weaknesses. That's really important to make sure you're going into business where there's none of that animosity, that baggage you could bring. So keep that away. It's
funny, because if you do start a partnership kind of on a social setting, everyone sees this. It's going to really be hard to imagine how it's not going to work out. You always think you're going to be that anomaly. Oh, no, we can do it. But whenever you start hitting the rough patch, when money starts becoming involved and business is actually going somewhere. In the beginning, it's super easy. I mean, you don't have anything to argue about and get frustrated about. Okay, moving on. You ready to move on?
Yeah, definitely.
that we have a lot more experience, and I think is one of our greatest strengths, is building strategic partnerships. By strategic partnerships, we mean not business partners necessarily, like they own part of our business, but you're building a new, say, product design business, and you partner with an internet e-commerce guy that is way better at this. He's going to drive sales. He's going to, do all that heavy lifting, and we're kind of putting the pieces together. So strategic partnerships are our bread and butter.
Yeah, jumping into that, like you just said, with wine, for example, we wanted to import wine. We started doing it, and then we went and found the biggest American wine importer. Put in a lot of work, and now he represents us. He partnered with us for this, more or less. We're doing something similar for some other products, looking into more partnerships, and also this new product we're doing the online, the sales of it, and it's really just making sure everybody's playing the essential part, their best role, putting their competitive advantage, up. And ours is, for example, we're here in China, we're developing this product. We know how to work with the factories, we know how they do business in China, we know where to get the pieces from, put it together, and then once we do our part, he does his part, which he can't do this part without us. He can do his part much better than we can, so then we come together and you just make a much more beneficial, faster growing, a much more efficient business, I guess is what it would be.
Yeah, it's super exciting for me building strategic partnerships. I mean, with the wine, it took us a long time to realize that we couldn't do everything. And so we really sat down and we're like, okay, well, we've got a great product. We just aren't the best at doing the entire business. I mean, and so this distributor, he wants the best products. He wants to be a better company. So you do a presentation to him, how it would be beneficial to work with us, make it seem like the sky's the limit, okay? If he starts working with us, this is what we'll bring him, boom, boom, boom. This partnership works out in these kind of fashions this way. It's beneficial for both parties. We'll do all the heavy lifting on our side. This is all you have to do. And the same thing with the online business. I mean, we selected a internet marketer that we had kind of heard of before, and he loves selling things online, and he's very good at it. And so you bring a great idea to him that we believe is a great idea, and we can develop and give him the product in hand, and he can do what he does best, and that's create a marketing campaign and all that kind of stuff. Of course, they're like, oh, for sure, let's see what we can do together. And so those kind of strategic partnerships are very, very interesting, very, very important for business.
Yeah, it should always be a win-win. It should always be a win-win situation. Everybody should be benefiting. I mean, thinking of Shark Tank, it's interesting. They always use this idea of where people go in there sometimes looking for investment, and it's obvious the ones who come in there looking for a strategic partner. Hey, like us, we have this product. I want it in front of everybody. I can't do that. You can do that. Let's make it happen. And that's what they do. So normally,
willing to take less.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't understand that concept. You're gonna take my company. Okay, that's not a win-win. The people that are like, okay, you're asking for 40%. That's a lot. But if I do give you that 40%, gain that strategic partner, you're gonna do your best. I'll do what I'm good at, and together we're going to be way better.
Yeah, it's the easiest. Just if you're doing $1 of sales by yourself, and then this strategic partner comes in, he can do $10 of sales, but he wants 40% of the business.
You still have more.
You're still making $6 in sales instead of your original dollar. Do the part. It makes sense for everybody. He wins, you win. Everybody makes money, and your business is bigger, and your product's out there.
Why this is so exciting for us here, international business-wise. People have their expertise. They have their fields. Especially if you're selling here in China, foreigners can add that white face aspect, the face value, face, guangxi. Guangxi a lot of the time is had with Chinese people. So building strategic partnerships, being an international entrepreneur, is extremely important. Even when you're looking at the import-export side of things. If you have your expertise here and you can develop, design, do product manufacturing on the ground, well, you can look for a strategic partner in the States that is the best at what they're doing. And so being an international entrepreneur, this is and should be your bread and butter. You should have to build and always be focused on building strategic partnerships.
Yeah, definitely, because in a lot of countries as well, not just China, it's huge here, but connections. I mean, it's huge everywhere, but there's certain countries where it's certain individuals we've met, have introduced us to individuals that we were just, how am I meeting this person? You know, maybe not in America is a big deal, but in China it's one of those. You know, one of those. Wow, this is cool. I'm keeping this business card.
This is a country built on strategic relationships.
Yeah.
Like every country.
Yeah.
But like this is every. You know. Oh, you know him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
And then general, strategic. Oh, partnerships in China. That was the third point. And this is something we're experiencing now. And again, we've heard so many tales about people who get burned, people who are scared, people who look down.
Just go look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and people who look down on partnering with a Chinese person.
People.
Yeah, and that's simply because there's such a different way to do business in the two cultures that if I think it's Brits getting rich in China or something like that. There's a YouTube video about it where they all come in and find partners, and it talks about the tribulations and the trials you'll go through, but also the benefits you can reap.
Yeah. You got to really be careful here in China.
Yeah.
That's really what I want to say about it. We do and are partners with a Chinese firm, but we've known them for years, and we still don't. I think we still have an understanding something bad could happen.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't put all of your trust in that party.
Yeah.
It's just not something you can do. You understand that not everything is concrete, rock solid. Like if you're dealing in a foreign country,
Yeah.
and you go with it.
It's a working relationship.
Yeah. Exactly.
100%. And yeah, this is you'll meet people, especially at these wine shows. They'll be, oh, I just picked up a new partner for my wines.
Oh, it's so funny.
He's gonna represent all of my labels, and I'm just like, no, that's not what you wanted to do. They say it's a very big talk here, and then you have to figure out.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah, very cheap.
Everyone talks.
The cheapest. You have to actually.
About 90% of people talk, or 100% of people talk.
Yeah.
About 90% of them are all lying.
Yeah, exactly. And there's that 10% when you really dig down who's doing what. So yeah, just be careful out here in any country. Like selecting a partnership at the end of the day is just something very, very. It's particular.
Tread the water. Actually, before we end, this thing popped into my head. Seth Godin talks a lot about why partner in the beginning. So I guess this is kind of a meshing of the ideas of an entrepreneurship, general partner, strategic partners. When should you do both? In the beginning, I think a general partnership is good just to get you into the entrepreneurial game.
Yeah.
Okay?
Do something.
Once you're past that point, if you've been an entrepreneur for a little bit, or if you are so focused as an individual you don't need one, that's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best. If you don't need a general partner, you don't need to take one. And you can focus on, once you start your business, you can look for strategic partners for each different business that you're running. And I think it's extremely important to note for all entrepreneurs that are starting, do not give away shares of your business before you've started it. There's no reason to give away shares of your business before you even know what the other party is going to be doing.
Knowledge bomb. Keep going.
I mean, for sure, the shares should be on the table for someone that's making a difference in your business. But you don't know what that difference is going to be. Even if they're going to have a major part, you can promise them up to maybe, we'll give you up to 30% if certain tasks are met.
Yeah.
Okay? And you go about it that way. Don't go around. I hate seeing new entrepreneurs going, okay, I want to do this product, so I'm going to partner with him over there. He's going to get 40, I'm going to get 60. So you just gave 48% of your business, and once those papers are signed, you don't know. So, all right, I'm done.
That was it. That was a good way to wrap it up. That's it. Partnerships, they're great if you do them right. They're terrible if you do them wrong.
All right, guys, if you're interested in business in China, check out the Inner Circle over at www.innerchina.co, and have a good weekend.
See you there. Bye, everyone.